between. If you're doing on a finished product, you can actually insert the product with a board to sort of stretch it out and then transfer. And we do that a lot with polyester socks. You know, we'll pull the sock over a cardboard insert and sort of stretches it out. That way, when you transfer it, the dye gets in between the you know, the fibers that stretch out. So that's actually a good method. Also, you can transfer onto finished garments. So this sample here, I have a Scooby-Doo here, which is transferred onto two different shirts. One's a 100% poly shirt, and the other one's a 50-50 shirt. So you can see the difference between 100% poly and a cotton blend. Right, come on up and hold up a shirt for me. Come on, make yourself. It'll keep you awake.
Can I get up?
I don't know. You need help? So Frank will be holding. I'd have him model it, but it's a small. So he's holding up this Scooby, and you can see the difference. So independently, if you took this print away, the 50-50 shirt looks nice. You know, you can see in the store, you can say that's a nice print, but you can see that the sublimation dyes do not take to the cotton. So you know, it's much more, much less vibrant than this, right? So this is 100% poly, so the image pops off it a lot more. So Scooby looks like he's been drinking in that photo book. And actually, if you grab that, just grab the poly one back. Grab the, yeah. Thanks. This is just to show you when the dyes are inactive. This is just a sheet of sublimation offset paper when the dyes are inactive. So you see, without the heat and the dyes are inert, you can see there's no color. When the heat hits it and it turns into a gas, you get your colors. And that's why traditionally sublimation printing was very difficult to do, because you had to have your separations look like this when you went to press. And it was before computers, so it was a lot of dry etching the film and working the film, you know, to have the paper look like this, and then the you know, final product look like that. Now it's all on your RIP. So you know, if you buy a digital printer, your RIP will take the information, manipulate it to make the paper look like that, so the final product can look like that. And that's one of the things, if anybody gets their own digital printer, the most important thing is to have whoever's installing your equipment and teaching you how to run the equipment, have them prototype the printer and set that RIP up correctly for whatever you're printing, because it's very hard to change, you know, to change the values in the curves when the information is sent over to the printer. Frank Martino over there, our pre-press director, just does his own, you know, sets up his own curves, because the people at Cave, we have to match our digital to our offset, so that's very difficult. So he's very good at that. I gave you a little shout out there, Frank. No raise, shout out. So some of the other products that we do, and pretty much anything sublimated. This is actually I just brought this to bring the other stuff, but we'll show it. It's just a nice colorful bag made by a company called, sewn by a company called LVU in Passaic. We do their offset printing. So it's I don't know, 4 or 5 different panels, whatever. We'll decorate the panel, send it to them, they'll sew it together. So we do a lot of promotional work. You know, and the nice thing about sublimation is it's on so many different products. You put it on so many different industries. You know, apparel, home decor. It's in the promotional world. So just that diversity sort of keeps you in business. One thing that we started doing a lot of is, or we're trying to get into doing a lot of it, is selling you know, direct. So we started an little Etsy company just to get into it, where people send in a photo, and then we'll decorate just one garment. Now we're a company that used to do 10,000 and 20,000 and 30,000. To get into that onesie market was a stretch for us, but we're trying to do it. But this is Max. Is it Max?
Max.
This is Max. Max is friendly. So people upload a photo like Max here, and you know, this is a 50-inch by 60-inch blanket, which is a digital print, because there's only one of them. We'll print the paper, run it through a big rotary drum to transfer it. So the sublimation is a 2-step process. You print the paper, and it gets heat transferred onto whatever substrate. So
it's a pretty quick process. So I visited Ray's shop on Tuesday. That's my dog, Max. My wife has a Instagram account for him, Almost Daily Max. I showed it to Ray, and then he brings a blanket with Max on it a couple days later. Kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's a cute. Anyway, Frank here, who's modeling some things for us, and I'll show you the sublimation business is easy to get into. Like a couple months ago, he came to my shop with his hat out, I think, if I remember, and he, said, "Can you teach me about sublimation? We have a mutual friend." And I said, "Sure, come on in." So he tagged, around for a couple days, and we made him take the trash out and buy lunch a couple times. But we sort of showed him the business, gave him a couple old machines that we weren't using, and he started a business by himself. And he's been working so hard that how much weight did you lose? 47. These were the before picture. That was the before picture. It's remarkable, really. Yeah. Actually, we just printed this, and this is another thing where somebody says, "Can you do this?" and we say yes. There was this thing on Ellen where J Lo and some other actress, I don't know, were against two other people, and two people in the pants, and they had these big beach balls, and they were putting them in the pants with them. And somebody saw the video and said, "Can you make these for us?" So of course we said yes, and Frank was nice enough to model for him. So, but anyway, so you get past around. So this is something, I think we only made a few of them, but it's a one-time item that you can charge a lot for, and you just have to sort of, always say yes. We'll just show a couple more things here. There's a company over in the last row. I don't know if that's the first row or last row over there, all the way on the end, called Sublimation 101, owned by a gentleman called Michael, and they have a lot of little trinkets, little sublimation products that you don't need a lot of overhead to get into it. If it's something you want to just change your business or increase your potential for income by just adding, if you're a screen printer or if you're whatever your line is, if you want to, you can just say, "Wow, that's a great product," and you could have a desktop sublimation printer and a transfer machine, and for $400 or $500, you could just be in a whole other industry.
And just people do mugs that way, right?
Yeah, they
That's
do.
one of the more common things.
Mugs, a lot of hard substrates. Again, these hard substrates like this have to be coated with polyester. So if you're transferring onto wood, or transferring onto, if you're doing cutting boards, or you're transferring onto, you can see clocks that are sublimated. But anything metal or anything wood is coated with a polyester, which, of course, when you order them, it's pre-coated with that. So you're ready to transfer. You can buy a blank like this for a couple bucks, get the transfer machine to transfer it onto, and you can sell phone cases or a ton of other products. This is something new that Mike wanted me to show. It's just a wallet. It's a faux leather, what they call PU, polyurethane. So it's environmentally friendly. We're not killing any cows, and it's a simple transfer. You just put a little tape along the leather here, put it under the transfer machine, heat it for 40 seconds, and you can do custom, wallets. And that's the nice thing about digital sublimation is everything can be custom and everything can be, produced to order. So, and that's why retail stores are having trouble. All of the, there's no inventory anymore. Anybody selling things, it's made to order, So we'll stock 100 designs for a company, and they'll say this week they ordered 50 of this and 30 of this, and we'll produce them and get them out the door per order. So you're stocking blanks, which can be decorated anyway, rather than stocking something that's already been decorated.
Which sublimation is just one of many decoration techniques doing that. So you got DTG, you got sublimation, you got transfers, all can be done in small quantity. So you're doing things on demand, you don't have the inventory cost.
And one of our biggest products now are sublimated floor mats. So we'll sell these to liquor companies or sell them to whoever, and they'll put them down on the floor and build displays around them. Now we made a couple for Rick here for the booth. You can see the shirt here. What's it called again?
Comfort wash.
Comfort wash. So we can cut them into any shape, any size. We do have die cutting capabilities, but if we have a couple, we'll just cut them by hand. And again, the thing with sublimation is, you want to utilize the graphic capabilities. So the more color, the better. So, they'll send these to the distributors, and they'll bring them to liquor stores or bars, and they'll build a display of Corona around.